What's going on, everybody? My name's Dan and welcome to my channel, dandamangaming. In this video, we'll be learning about duct tape and how to produce it in mass in 7 Days to Die, Alpha 18. These tips should apply as well to Alpha 19. None of the changes coming in Alpha 19 should have any effects on the tips in this video, so without further ado, let's get right to it. Just like in real life, duct tape is used for so many different things. It's used for crafting things like your armor, your weapons, and your tools, but later in the game, your first aid kits and your military fibers. And your military fibers you'll be using to craft and repair military armor, which in my opinion is the best armor in the game. Now, duct tape can be found all over the place while you're looting. Most commonly, you're going to find it in the trash, and you're going to find it in tool containers. But when you find it, you're only going to find a couple at a time, so it's really not going to fit your long-term needs. So this is where crafting comes into play. If you go to your craft menu by pressing tab and typing in duct tape in the top search bar, you'll find that you can make duct tape with one cloth fragment and one glue. Now, cloth fragment is really easy to find. Glue, on the other hand, is just like duct tape. You're really only going to find small quantities of it at a time. So if you come back over to your search bar and type in glue, you'll find that you can craft glue at either a chemistry bench or a campfire. At a chemistry bench, it is 5 bones, 1 bottled murky water. At a campfire, it is 7 bones, 1 bottled murky water. So in this video, we will be working on collecting 3 natural resources: bottled murky water, bones, and cloth fragments. Starting with cloth fragments, you can pretty much find them in any POI. Generally, you're going to find them in the form of clothing inside of garment bags, nightstands, and dressers, which then with the clothing, what you can do is you can scrap. As you can see, it's turned into 7 cloth fragments right there. You can also collect it from certain blocks, such as these curtains, such as this chair, which as you can see, you don't get very much from. And notably, the king-size bed, you're going to get about 16 cloth fragments from that. But I would suggest you use your wrench on it, because as well as getting the same amount of cloth fragments, you're also going to get springs. Still, none of those are producing as much cloth fragment as I would like, so the first step that you can take in mass producing duct tape is to get yourself a cotton farm. And the first step into getting yourself a cotton farm is to getting the farm plots, which before you get, I would suggest you unlock your fortitude level 5, and you're living off the land level 3. This will allow you to craft seeds out of the plants. It'll allow you to collect 2 plants instead of 1, and it will half the cost of the farm plots. So now if I look at the farm plots are only 4 wood, 5 rotting flesh, 12 nitrate powder, and 50 clay soil. After placing your farm plots down, the next step is to get yourself some cotton. If you're not in the forest biome, I'm pretty sure that's the only place it grows. I'm not 100% sure. If anybody knows, let me know in the comment section below. But to collect yourself cotton, just like anything else, you go right ahead and punch it. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to collect a bunch of cotton. And so after collecting a bunch of cotton, as you can see, what I can do is I can come to my crafting menu and I can craft seeds out of it. So with all the cotton that I collected, and I collected 22, I can craft 4 seeds with it. Once you've crafted a bunch of cotton seeds, the next step is to plant them. To plant them, drag them to your toolbar and right click on whatever farm plot you want to place them in. Always make sure your farm plots have direct sunlight, as obviously plants need sunlight to grow. Now there's 3 stages. There is the growing stage, there is the seed stage, and there is the harvest stage. Once you get to the harvest stage, be careful not to accidentally punch one in the seed stage or the growing stage, because then the cycle will start over. And according to the 7 Days to Die Wikipedia, the growing cycle is 120 minutes or 2 hours. So while those are growing, let's go get ourselves some murky water. You're going to come across murky water in pretty much any POI that has a bathroom or kitchen. You can find them underneath cabinets. You can find them underneath sinks. Pretty much is a resource that you can find absolutely everywhere, but most often, you're going to find it right inside of your toilet. Always make sure to wash your hands after using the restroom, especially with everything that's going on right now. But you're really not going to come across enough murky water for your crafting needs. So what I like to do is collect all the jars from these containers, collect all the jars from any drinks that I consume, and as soon as I get enough glass jars, I'll find myself a river, I'll find myself a water tower, and collect water from there. Now, if you're in the snow biome and you're not near a river or a water tower, what you can do is you can collect snow in glass jars and actually make murky water with those 2 things at a campfire. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Now, while the cotton grows and the murky water cooks, it is on to find the most scarce of the resources, and that resource is bones. Now, you're going to find bones in these decaying skeletons on the ground, these decaying bodies on the ground. You're going to find these in random POIs. You're going to find these body bags near hospitals. These tubs sometimes will have bones in them. They'll be in random POIs. And these cow skulls. They'll be in the desert. They are bones, obviously. They're not really worth it though. Your best bet is to collect these bodies with a hunting knife. You'll get about 5 to 10 bones from each one of them. I know if you're on Navezgane map, at the bottom of Bob's Boars, there's a bunch of these waiting for you, along with another large surprise for a big amount of bones. And if you're on a pre-gen map or Navezgane map, at the bottom of Shotgun Messiah, the one that has 2 POIs connected to it, I'll put it on screen right now. That has a bunch of these bodies too. They are in the shooting range. You can also collect bones from these ribcage blocks. These ribcage blocks are randomly going to be found on the road, but you should really be collecting those while you're on your way to hunt. So any animal will really do. I chose the snake, the direwolf, and the bear as an example, so I'm going to go ahead and kill all 3 of them. And we're going to harvest them and see what I get for bones. So I've harvested all 3 animals, and as you can see on the bottom right side, I've gotten 55 bones. It is quite a bit of bones. It's still not the amount that I'm looking for though. So you're not going to be running into bears too often, so if you're in Navezgane map, I suggest you pay a visit to Bob's Boars. Now obviously it's in the name, you're going to find a bunch of boars in there, and also another little surprise for you, which I'm not going to ruin. And right across the street here for the pre-gen map players, just like me, if you guys have seen my Guns Only series, you'll know that I play on the pre-gen maps. You're going to find a bunch of the corpse blocks here, and you'll find a bunch of boars here. And depending on your settings, every a couple days they will respawn, so you can come here, collect your bones, go back home, make your duct tape. So let's get back to the farm, collect our cotton, and make the duct tape. So I've gone ahead and collected all the cotton that I had, which grand totaled to 61 cotton. Let's see how much cloth fragment that turns into. That turns into 61 cloth, so we'll go ahead and craft that. It'll take about 2 minutes to craft. So while that's crafting, we'll head right over to the chemistry bench. At the chemistry bench, we're going to craft our glue from our 80 bones and our 375 bottled murky water, which turns into 16 glue, which then turns into 16 duct tape. So obviously we are bottlenecking at the bones. So once again, pay a visit to Bob's Boars, pay a visit to those farms. Each of those are going to have a bunch of bones waiting for you to harvest. Do this a couple times and you are on the fast track to mass producing duct tape. It's 7 days to die, Alpha 18. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful. If you liked the video, make sure to press that like button, check out my 7 Days to Die Guns Only series, and subscribe for new 7 Days to Die content every Monday and Friday. Have a good one, guys. Peace.